Hey guys, welcome back to the Cocco channel and to another little chit chat. Get ready with me. I wore a look very similar to this in a vlog 2 weeks ago, I want to say, and I got quite a few compliments on that. And so I know I don't really do a lot of these anymore, but I really wanted to do this one. I was getting ready to go out, wanted to sit down and chat with my friends about some makeup and life. I go into a lot of really random subjects. I'm really hyper in this video. I've had quite a bit of coffee this morning, so I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's get started on this look. Hello guys, I haven't done a sit down let's talk and do some makeup video in so long. I was telling you guys that I feel like they don't do the best, but every once in a while I really don't care and I just want to sit down and do my makeup and talk to essentially nobody but you guys, if you know what I mean. One-sided conversation. So I'm just gonna smooth out some pores real quick with my Tatcha. I feel like it does pretty well. I think it does pretty good on smoothing pores. This is like the first time I've come on camera also to do makeup since I got that facial. It's been exactly a week. Tomorrow it'll be a week. As I sent one to Andrew and he was like, I don't think that your face likes what you did. It was micro needling though, which it just looks like that, and it also made my skin peel really bad. I'm gonna go in with the Ordinary now and put that on. My face was peeling so bad and I was still having like things come up to the surface, which the girl that did it was like, oh, it's just gonna, you know, all your blackheads will just look like they're flaking away. And while that didn't happen, I did notice that a lot of my blackheads are actually gone from my chin. I wish that that would happen to my nose, but I am gonna go back and see her. We're gonna work on some areas like this thing that's going on, and I'm definitely starting to get these little indents. So her and I were like talking about Botox and stuff, and I've told you guys this many times that I really want Botox in my forehead. That's it. But I was also starting to notice that my little smile lines were getting a little deep as well. And so I was telling her about it, and she's like, you just really have to be careful, because if there's ever a moment in time where you can't get Botox, she's like, some of those muscles will be atrophied and it'll sag, and so you won't be able to use those muscles anymore because they aren't being used at all. Botox literally just freezes them. I'm going in with a CoverGirl foundation that used to be my holy grail, and it's literally now the only one that works for me. Still, even though it's not my favorite finish anymore. It used to be the most beautiful, like glowy, lovely foundation, and ever since they changed the packaging, it looks a little bit more matte for some reason. Anyways, so that scared the crap out of me, because I was like thinking about it, and all these people that do get Botox are, you know, people that have a little bit of money, and they probably wouldn't ever have not ever, I mean, your money could be taken away in the blink of an eye, but you know, I don't know, they just wouldn't have to budget for it like I would, you know what I mean, because it's expensive. And so anyways, her and I were talking about it, and she's like, microneedling will fix some of those because they're not like super deep inset. But my mom has these same two lines because she furrows her brows just as much, if not more, probably more than I do. And so she's like, your mom's, you know what I mean, they're aged, they're pretty permanent. She's like, I could get them to lessen and not be as prominent. She's like, but they would never go away. She's like, you take really good care of your skin, because she does like a whole profile, and I tell her like everything that I use, how I use it, and everything like that. And so I'm not a skincare genius by any means, but I was telling you guys, I think this year really, since I was pregnant and had Bailey, at the beginning of this year, like I really did get into skincare. I still don't know everything about it. Like I don't know what acid does anything. I just know what works for me, what didn't work for me, and you know, based off of recommendations of people that I follow that have similar skin issues as I do. So anyway, she said that I take really good care of my skin, and she can tell, and so it would work for me, microneedling, but you need to do like quite a few sessions, but you can't do a session more than, I think she said 3 to 4 weeks in a row. So next month in January I'll go again And of course it does help that my mom works there and I get a very good deal on it. So I'm gonna use a new concealer. I have a few, but this is the one that I'm really most excited about. This is the Cover FX Power Play Concealer. This applicator is so interesting. That is very interesting consistency. So I have like literally maybe 20 minutes before Aiden gets home on the bus. So I'm really trying to hurry, but I have some errands to run. And I also, why did I just put that on my chin? Why did I just do that? I also have, I haven't highlighted like this in forever, but I haven't had a concealer light enough to do it in a long time. And I feel like this one is. I'm just gonna blend this back in with the foundation color. But anyways, so I want to do like before, I have like some obviously pictures of me before I got it done with no makeup on and stuff like that. And so her and I are going to work together and see what kind of results we can get with micro needling. But what she didn't tell me unintentionally, it's not like she kept it from me, but unfortunately I went on a day where it was my birthday on a Friday and my mom wasn't working, and you know, my mom and this lady are like really good friends, and so my mom like sat in on my session and they were just like shooting the shooting the stuff. I'm trying not to cuss. They were just, you know, chopping it up, chitty chatting. And so she didn't tell me not to, like, obviously don't pick at your face, but because your face peels so much, I was like kind of flaking it off, you know? And so my mom called me and was like, oh my gosh, so I just sat in on a training for somebody else getting this. Somebody was getting trained in microneedling, and she said never ever like pick at your peeling because it can cause pigmentation. And I was like, what? Mind you, this was like 4 days after I had already gotten it, and like I said, I was like kind of flaking it away, and so I got so nervous, but I don't see any issues, and the flaking has actually subsided quite a bit, like the peeling. So I was like really nervous. I'm sure maybe because I'm so pale, I don't know if like it would cause issues with people that have like deeper skin tones than me. I don't know. This concealer is actually really pretty. Doesn't look creasy yet, but we'll see as the day goes on. I think I never told you guys, did it in a vlog. I tried out the La Mer cushion foundation, and I was like, you guys, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. Look at this. It looks like second skin, blah, blah, blah. Like 2 hours later, I was looking hot mess, you guys. It was terrible. I've tried it like 3 other times, and it does it every single time. It like sinks into my lines. Like I was saying, like I didn't even know I had bad smile lines until I used that foundation specifically. Do I have anything new for face? I don't think I do. Oh yes, I do, idiot. So that's another reason why I wanted to do this, is because I have so many new things to play with. So we're going to go ahead and bronze up our face, and I'm going to use the new Hourglass Ambient number 4, which I didn't know. I was just watching Shauna's video, and she said it's completely sold out, so that really stinks. But she said that it's coming back on the Hourglass website at least. I know that this is also sold on Beautylish, so I don't know if, I'm sure she knows that because she orders from Beautylish more than I do. Although, raise your hand, who is getting the lucky bag this year? I've been able to get it 2 years in a row, and so I really, really want to get it again this year if I'm able to. Obviously that depends on funds, but I really would like to be able to. It's like $100, but you get so much more money for what you're spending like in product, and there's always some really fun stuff in there that I would like never buy myself. And they always include a Wayne Goss brush, which I always appreciate because his brushes are amazing. As I'm using my Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild brushes are good too though. But there's always some really fun skincare. That's how I found out about that smoothing primer, which was freaking amazing, from The Ordinary, that I use almost every day in my life. So I'm going to take this blush because this was the one that called to me the most. I was like so excited about it. Oh, baby. So I've had so much coffee that I feel like I'm talking a million miles a minute. Oh man, look at that freaking blush. So today is Thursday. I don't know what day I'm gonna put this up, if I'm gonna save it for Vlogmas. Could everyone please leave me alone while, literally, when I'm not filming, radio silence. Nobody. Oh, you know what though? Let me know if anybody else has this. So here in Phoenix, our local radio station, every hour say like a new word, and you text it to a number, and it's that word, and it enters you into a chance to win a vacation at Disneyland for like 4 people. And so every hour is a new word, and then they also sent out a mailer, and it says not everybody got it. I don't know how true that is. And so there's a song for each day. I'm gonna go in with the strobing powder. And when you hear that song, you text a different word, and that enters you a chance to win $1,000, which $1,000 would be life-changing at this point. I'm just kidding. I mean, $1,000 is a ton of money. I wouldn't walk over a freaking dime. My mom doesn't walk over pennies, you know what I mean? Like, she picks up every penny she sees. Isn't that funny? She's always been like that my whole entire life. And so she always says like that line from Grease, see a penny, pick it up all day long, you'll have good luck. So I've been like that always. So I'm gonna do some brows, and I'll come back because it's literally the most boring thing I think ever. I use the same exact products. I use my Goof Proof Brow Pencil from Benefit, along with the 24-hour brow setter, which Shauna thinks looks like a roach's egg. She's crazy. I forgot something before I go. I didn't show these to you. I got the new meteorites. This is this year's collection from 2018 Christmas, and it is in the color Electric Pearl, and it's a little bit on like the bronzier side, which Shauna was like, that would be really pretty for summer, which I agree, but I just want to use them because I haven't yet, and I don't think that I showed you guys that I got these, but I could be wrong. But it's like a ton of white. There's like some champagne-y and then some bronzy ones, which it's just, I think it's really, really pretty. But I think that, yeah, Shauna's right. Like, it's definitely more like summery. It would give you that like golden glow, which is really pretty in summer. But it's also nice for Christmas. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna do some brows. Okay, brows are done. I'm gonna do something really simple on eyes because I just want to do like a classic wing and like a red lip, even though it's probably gonna clash with what I'm wearing because I'm wearing red. I don't know. Does anybody else do that? Like, way back in the day, you matched everything. You matched your eyeshadow to what you're wearing, and I did that so often, and everybody would tell me, I had these 2 girls in high school, they would tell me that I was like a 60s flight attendant because I just matched everything all the time. Like, my shoes matched my shirt, and my eye makeup matched both of those. Like, I was a matchy matcher. And so they say you're not supposed to do that anymore, but sometimes I still do. And I know, like, Nessa matches all her stuff, and she looks flipping amazing every single day. She needs her own YouTube channel. Anyway, and so I'm filming a ton, or in my mind, I feel like I want to film a ton of Christmas videos today because it's Vlogmas is coming up. My goodness, I can't finish a thought. I'm dipping into my blood sugar palette, and I'm taking the color Tongue Pop right here, and I think that's literally the only color that I'm going to use, aside from I'm going to do like an inner corner, except I will do an inner corner highlight, and then I literally just want to do a black wing. I wore a look like this at the beginning of a vlog where I was wearing that cheetah shirt, and I was like sitting right here, and I got so many compliments on that. And it was literally just one eyeshadow color through my crease, a black wing, and a red lip. That's like exactly what I want to do, which probably looks better with the cheetah shirt than it will this like red vest. But I love this freaking red vest. I feel like I look like a hunter wannabe or something like that, but I actually got quite a few comments on it on Instagram stories this morning because, oh, that's what I was telling you, like today is like a kind of like an admin day, and then I'm gonna do like something a little bit deeper on my lower lash line. today has been like a life admin day. I did all of our tithing because technically Andrew earns the money, but you know, it's definitely a team effort because I stay home with the kids. So that's literally all I'm gonna do on my face or my eyes, but I want an inner corner highlight that's like boom in your face. It's just the mood I'm in. So I'm gonna take my Dior Backstage, whatever this is, Glow face palette and put something on my inner corner. I'm gonna take the white. So I did all of our tithing today, and so I wanted to like open a like discussion about that. So maybe if you don't know what tithing is, it's just like your donation. It's like a Christian term. I don't know the exact like origins or anything like that. I've just always heard it in a Christian like setting, like at church, or it's really interesting because our pastor did a whole sermon, because obviously last week was Thanksgiving, on that subject of giving. And it's not just money, it's like time and, you know what I mean, like stuff like that. And so he was talking about like nowhere in the Bible will you ever find New or Old Testament percentage. Like the Bible says, you know, John was like, hey guys, go ahead and give 10% of your earnings. That's what I've always heard, and even my parents have said that exact term of 10%, but apparently that's not a real thing. But I wanted to open the discussion on who do you give to. We tithe obviously to our church every single week, and then we also tithe to the USO because it's really near and dear to our hearts of the soldiers, and we've actually utilized a USO before. Like, the USO does a lot, but they also, if you didn't know, are in typically most airports, and it's used as like kind of a hub, like a little area for soldiers and their families to be and get comfortable. You could like sleep there if you wanted to. Talking and trying to do this is not going to work, so I'll be right back. Okay, for the first time, I intentionally did a big wing. So I'm gonna spray my face and do some mascara real quick. I'm using my Morphe spray. Anyways, we donate to the USO because of that. And like I said, it's like a hub in the airport. They do a million things, but we were able to go to one here in Phoenix, and you could like sleep in there. They have a cafe with like all kinds of free food. They have TVs, they have gaming systems, so you could just like relax and play like the PlayStation. They have books, they have a children's area with toys so they could play. Like, it's freaking amazing. And so they're in all kinds of airports, and they're just meant for soldiers and their families and veterans. And then also we donate to the Fisher House, which I don't know, I didn't know what that was before we were in Maryland. We had one on our base because of Walter Reed Hospital, which is any soldier, it wasn't just Air Force, was flown in to Andrews Air Force Base where we were, and brought over there for surgeries and stuff like that. So you're talking about like, you know what I mean, amputees and stuff like that. Like, it was really, really sad. They had like a whole unit. And so if, for instance, like one of the amputees' parents or spouse came, they would be able to stay in the Fisher House, and it's a big, huge house. And you have like a kitchen and like everything like that. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous house. And they also like help them if they have to stay there. You know, if you're like from somewhere in the middle of, just for instance, Kansas, and you have to go over to Walter Reed over in DC, you're obviously not working and stuff like that. So they help you out with like your utilities or your rent or whatever you need. So we always donate to that. And then I also donate to St. Jude's because it's one of the only foundations, especially for children's cancer research, that you can see exactly how much of your donation goes to them, the children, the families, and the actual research instead of the administration, which seems to be a huge issue with freaking people. So Aiden's bus is about to pull up in like 2 seconds, so I will come back with a lip in just a second. So I threw on a little bit of something. It wasn't a very good application. This is the Too Faced Melted. I love this kit. I think it's sold out everywhere, which I'm really sorry about, but I love these for like wear time. They last for frickin' ever. And I have a lot of errands to run and stuff like that, so I want it to last all day. Voila, beautiful red lip. Easy application, it takes no time at all. It doesn't get all over the place. You don't feel, it's like a beautiful like velvet. It doesn't dry down completely, so you don't have like that icky feeling. I so appreciate you sitting here and listening to me ramble on, doing just a quick bit of makeup. I don't even think I showed you the mascara that I've been in love with lately. I at first didn't like it very much, but I have ended up being quite a fan of the Tarte Man Eater. I'm gonna put on just a little bit more on my top lashes because I like to like put it right at the tips of them, because maybe it's, I don't know, I think I really like this mascara, but also curling my lashes with that new eyelash curler that Shauna got me, I feel like it's one of those situations where, does anybody remember when I never used to do my brows and I was like, I don't need to? I felt like the same way with my eyelashes. Like they were just so long and curly that I didn't really need to curl them, but they like 10 times better with being curled. Like it adds to it. So anyways, I'll let you know in like a favorites or the weekly vlog how I feel about the concealer, and I'm gonna go run some errands. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new, hello and welcome. My name is Brittany Cocco. You are watching the Cocco channel. It's not always this blah, 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 fast and crazy, but I hope you do subscribe if you aren't already, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.